All right, so this is going to be lesson 15. Okay, working with rigid transformation. Now, if you guys remember, rigid is one of my vocabulary words. What does rigid mean? Tense. Tense. No. No.
Rigid, kind of like weird edges.
No. This is one of our vocabulary words. It's a rigid transformation.
Fast
Flip.
Yeah, huh?
Flip?
No. Okay. Rigid is something specific. It's a type of transformation. Rigid is a transformation that does not change the size or the shape. So this vocabulary word right here that you have to have. Rigid is a type of transformation that you do not change the size or the shape. So for right here it says notice and wonder. So you guys with your partner, so let me see, let's get paired up here. And I'm going to move you that way. Okay, and can you, I think this is the only one. All right, can you work with the two behind you, please, for this? Okay. All right, so now you guys are going to do a notice and wonder. Let's take a look. It says, okay, now of these points that we have here, of these points right here, you're going to notice and wonder about these two things right here. I'm going to give you guys about a minute to 2 minutes. So I want you guys talking about it now.
Oh God, I noticed.
I need a pencil. How does it make a circle with a dot in the middle? How's it gonna make a hexagon? I think it's gonna make a whole star. Not make point. My mom says I'm her favorite little accident. That's supposed to be aborted.
What is there supposed to be? Your advisory team didn't know yet? Everyone's supposed to be red.
I wonder why did
This is my mom. This is mom for you.
Everyone. Yes, but no, for school tomorrow, everyone's supposed to wear red. That's why everyone got a red shirt.
Bro, I told my little brother, he's like, bro, why does mom like always
When
bad?
you're flipping
I was
burgers,
like,
and you're like, all right, I'm gonna take this, and I flip it over, and so I'm like, all right, flip it over, like, and get over on that
So
side.
he kills me. That was what
There's a lot. It really doesn't apply now. Like this specifically doesn't really apply very much now. When you get into more math, like like my calculus classes or my trigonometry classes, a lot of these things you do now.
I don't got
So when you actually have real world, and you have to now just background. Okay, that makes sense.
Wait, Mr. Pacho, is it one pull down per person?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get a return. And we ended it.
You didn't get what? They didn't? They're probably gonna hand it out tomorrow.
Some of the classes have to get extra shirts.
All right, you guys, now, time to notice and wonder. Now, someone volunteer, what did they notice? Go ahead, right here.
There are points.
There are points. A little bit better.
It's a reflection.
Reflection.
It's a flip.
Okay, it's gonna be a. All right, yes, it's gonna be a type. Yes, go ahead.
It makes a hexagon.
It makes a hexagon. Okay, it can make a hexagon. All right.
I noticed that, like, if you were to draw a line, two lines, like an X and Y axis between them, it was like a flip and a reflection.
Okay, yeah, it could be flip and reflection, right? Okay, so, alright, there was another hand back over here.
He said it makes a circle.
Makes a circle? It can make a circle. Yes, it can. Was there another hand back there? Was there a hand? Alright, anyone else? So now, let's go through and actually identify these things that we're saying. So now, we have, so right here, this first image right here, what do I call this one? This one is called the what? Pre-image. It's not original, it's called the pre-image. And this one over here would be my image, right? So I have image and pre-image. So now I am going to show you guys, okay, because I hear people saying that they were flips and some say that they were reflections. So let's see. I wanted to show you so you guys can see this clearly.
It's like a slide.
Okay, can we slide it? That's the point.
See.
Okay, so now, so let's try and slide it and turn it to get at least C onto C, right? So if I get C onto C right there, is that going to be correct?
No.
Why? What's wrong?
The letters don't match up.
The letters don't match up. So, but C's on top of where C's supposed to be at. But why are these other ones not?
Because they're not.
Okay, if I go the other way. Okay, it's not going to. What am I have to do here? I gotta flip it. So yes, this is a flip. You have to identify that. That is a flip. So if I flip it over, so it is going to be a reflection. Let's put C on top of C. There we go, C on top of C. So yes, C's on C, G's on G, F's on F, E, D, D, and B, B. There we go. So they're all lining up where they're supposed to be at, right? So there is a reflection here. So there was a reflection over some diagonal through this, right? So there was a reflection there. Now, the next thing that I want to point out is a couple of people said it makes a what? Hexagon. So I'm going to show you guys if it makes a hexagon. So I'm going to stab here, open up to here because this would be the radius of my circle. So I'm going to that's better. Okay. There's my circle right there. So yes, I am connecting all the points from a circle, right? And when we did the construction, if I connect my lines, there we go. So I have that shape right there, right? Make sense? Yes? Okay, so that one did work, right? Now, was there another one here that I could have done? I heard one other person say a shape. They're up here. Okay, what else did it, because I actually heard one person say it. No, we got the circle already. How about this? Watch this.
It's a rectangle. A star.
You got that, that.
A triangle. This. Oh, I said it.
That was yesterday's. Did you need yesterday's?
I said it. Hey, are you recording? I said it.
So right here.
See, I said that.
Is real.
No,
There we go.
it's the one little star.
Okay, so there is, you can get a six-sided star here, right? So there was a couple things that we could have done with it, and this is what we did with our constructions, right? Okay, so now let's take a look at the 15.2. It says, your teacher will give out a set of cards that show transformation of figures. Sort the cards into categories of your choosing. Be prepared to explain the meaning of your categories. Then sort the cards into categories in a different way. Be prepared to explain the meaning of your new categories. Okay? Now, right here it says for each card with rigid transformation, write a sequence of rotations, translations, and reflections to get from the pre-image to the image. Be precise. So by being precise, you would move like C onto C prime, right? Those are the type of preciseness I'm looking for. Alright, so I'm going to start handing out these cards, okay, to every group, and you guys are going to talk about these. So, actually, I need a couple more volunteers. So, can I get a volunteer here, please? Volunteer over here. Come on, come on. Hey, don't be shy. I need volunteers. Yeah, one to every group. Actually, one to each person. One to each person. One to each person. Yeah, I forgot. I made enough for everyone to get one on this one. I need one more volunteer. Right there. Uno más. Uno más volunteer. There we go. Yeah, one to every person. Can you come on up here? Right here. Different cards. Alright, you guys, everyone should have 6 cards. Thank you. Okay, count your cards. It should be card 1 through 6.
Y'all get 5? I don't have 1. Excuse me. I don't have 2. I need 1. That's tough.
Did I give myself one? I did.
Okay. Alright, so I'm just going to leave the extras right here. Oh, okay. Thank you. Alright, so everyone had 6 cards. Thank you very much.
I never got to see this left.
Alright, so, listen you people. Alright, so now, right now, everyone has their own set. But you're going to talk about with your partner how you guys are going to categorize these by the different things. Okay? So, I'm not going to tell you what to categorize it with. That's in between you and your partner. So, you guys are going to actually make your own piles for this. Alright, so you guys should be talking about this and what goes where. So, you guys start.
Rigid edges. Like
Huh?
that.
Yesterday.
Let's do 1, 2.
I just started.
Or vertical bracket.
No, you're gonna leave your partner like this?
I'll work with them. Would that be like that?
Hurry up.
Yeah, because like rigid edges. And then like, I don't know.
Do we need patty paper for this?
No.
Hey,
How many groups do we have?
Just sort it into groups.
If you do this,
Yeah, those are yours.
Wait. Some are gonna get like big and small.
Sort it.
Huh?
Damn. Oh, my mom will make
Okay, so write it down. How are you sorting this? Okay, so you would say, so you're gonna say, your first group is weird things, you would put cards 6 and 4. So yeah, so that's your first group, and then we're gonna do it again.
Oh, no.
Alright, once you actually get to the point where you have it sorted, listen. Hey, listen. Okay, once you get to the point where you have it sorted, go ahead, write it in your paper, and you're gonna do this twice, so don't take up all your room. So, sort out the numbers, so let's say 1 and 4 is grouped up together because of this. Whatever this is, okay, whatever category you decided to make that. And you'd say 2 and 6 is because of this. And whatever your reason for putting those two together. So you guys have to write this down on your notes.
We're not discovering that right now.
Oh, wait.
I just did pointy group, triangles, weird things. I think your mom's already.
So you would, okay, right here. And you
Bro, I
say,
said,
and that's your definition, your reason. Right?
You. I know you.
I'm laughing at my name. Go for my own.
Yeah. After that first back there.
Wait, after him?
After him. Did you write it down?
That's the same, but.
Write down your categories. Okay?
Oh, flip, this one flip, this one flip. This I did.
I still feel like you should like stop. Start seizing and crying. What was that?
What's the three?
Like, I had to but I'll love you.
You just said you were.
Bro, I roasted the hell out of this room.
What's the three different definitions?
I'll look the right here. The whole thing
Flip,
will go
slide, and what's the third one?
I didn't even say it.
Oh, turn. Or rotate.
Say. No. Your question is irrelevant.
Why, how do we get they both
Why'd you put these two together?
Why?
side.
Okay, why'd you put all three of these together?
What?
You're gonna say 1, 6, and 5.
I just put that one best one. I put 4 and 2.
You could put 6 categories at once.
Even your partner don't pay attention.
Not translation, there, it is some, so, I'm gonna go over it in a second though, okay? But you're gonna say that these two are together, right? So you're gonna say that these two here, so 2 and 4 are, you know, whatever your reason for putting those together. Okay, so you're gonna put that next to it, okay? That's what you're writing, okay? Yes?
Could you not break it?
So,
Try poking it.
yeah, here, what? Okay, so what's your group? Give me, let me see your group. No, let me see your, how do you put these together? Okay, which ones? What's the what? You see these two? Okay, so why do you put these two together? Then you're gonna say, 1 and 2 are, okay, who's your next group? And you're gonna say,
I know you're talking about me.
bam, right there. Okay, that's what you're gonna say.
That's not
You have glasses, bro.
There we go.
Look at the love of your eyes.
Alrighty, okay, so let's take a look at, now, does anyone want to volunteer what they had? Go ahead.
Like 6 and 4.
Hold on. Before I want to put it because I want to, as part of the thing.
Pointy group.
Pointy group.
1 and 2 because they triangles.
So you say these two right here are pointy.
They have points.
Can you use use some type of vocabulary that we're using? Yes, points, but
They're rigid as is.
no, rigid is a different word. I gave you the definition rigid a little while ago.
They both have it.
Okay, can someone help with this? Anyone else have one for this?
which one did she say?
Okay, now, anyone else want to actually volunteer some of theirs? Go ahead.
I think the cards 1, 5, and 6 are rotations.
1, 5, and 6 are what?
Rotation.
Rotations. Oh, okay, that one's good, right? So we're using rotation, reflections, translations. Okay, so we're saying 1, 5, and 6. Okay, so we have those that are rotations. That's good. That's using your vocabulary. Good job. All right, so now, what do you have? What else do you have then?
Me?
Yes.
I got card 3 as a reflection.
Card 3 is a reflection. Okay, is this one a reflection though?
Card 3 can't be a reflection because J for the pre-image and J for the image are the same spot.
Yeah, so reflection would mean that J.
I'm like, shut up.
Look. I was actually going for that. I was about ready to say that now. Right here, because if I flip J over, isn't J going to be over here on this side?
Yeah.
Childhood destroyed.
Can you please just stop?
Is it slide?
Yeah, this one would be a slide.
Okay.
So that one would be a slide. Very good. So that one would be a slide. And let's take a look at this one right here. Okay. It looks like it's slid over, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I could say that card 3 and card 2 looks like they're slid over, right?
So you could say card 4 also slid.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and card 4, so we can say that. So we're saying 3, 2, and 4 are slide. Now, what's the actual word for slide? Translation. So they're translations.
I forgot the E in slide.
S-L-I-D. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. There we go. All right, so now, let's take a look at question 2 here. Excuse me back there. I need you to pay attention. All right, so it says for each card with a rigid transformation. Now, what did I say rigid meant? What does rigid mean? I stood up right there.
Straight line.
How do you know where you
Something similar,
you said it?
right?
Something similar.
Equal one.
What did I say? I actually said word for word.
Wasn't it because like the first one's rigid and then the high number that's not rigid?
Different sizes.
We need that D.
Okay, because when we started the definition at the very beginning, I said working with rigid transformation, and I said the word rigid means does not change the shape or size.
Oh.
That's what rigid means?
Does not change the shape or size. We've already had this vocabulary word once too. So if you don't lose it in like the next 3.5 seconds, what do you think you should talk about? Should you actually like write that down somewhere? Rigid means does not
Change size.
change shape or size. Does not change shape or size. Rigid means does not change shape or size.
Got it.
Okay, so let's find the ones that are rigid then.
Okay.
Is this rigid?
No.
Why?
Does it change? It changes shapes and
That's a
size.
weird word for saying that a shape doesn't change size or shape.
Hey, listen, I'm not the one that came up with the vocabulary for this.
Card 3.
Dictionaries
Okay,
don't-
so we're saying no on that one, right? This one does not. What about this one right here?
It's card 3. No. 5.
Is this one rigid?
No. Because it changes size.
Okay, is card 3 rigid?
Yes.
Yes, it is rigid. Okay, so
So it's 6.
it says for each rigid transformation, write a sequence of rotation, translation, and reflection to get from the pre-image to the image. Be precise. So, what did we do here?
Split it.
This was a what?
Translation.
Translation, so it's going to be a translation from.
J to J prime.
Very good. So that's what you're gonna write. Be precise for every single letter. So card 3 is a translation from J to J prime. What else did it do? It's not just J to J prime. How many points are on that shape?
4.
So do all 4 points move?
Yes.
So therefore I would say
This is from J to J prime, G to G prime, I
G
to G prime, and H to H prime,
to G prime,
etc.
I to I prime. Make sure I'm not off the screen here. And H to
H prime.
H prime. So there's card 3. Card 5. Is that rigid? Yes. Card 1. Is that rigid?
Yes.
Card 6. Is that rigid?
Yes.
So, you and your partner right now are talking over this and how they're doing it. Okay, so I want you guys right now, you guys are doing that part. precise, point to point, okay? Each point, yes. Okay. Right?
It's close to the sea.
How you doing? Okay, did you write down what I said? Oh, it says card 3, so where are we at? Card 3, card 3. Okay, so is this a flip, a slide, or a rotation?
Yeah?
If you look right here, J goes on to J right here. So if I had my patty paper here, would you slide it over here or do I flip it over here? So J, where would J end up at? If you flip J, where would it be? Is that where it ends up at? Where J supposed to be at? Right here, so how do I get here? It's not a flip.
Starts crying.
It's a slide right there. Okay, so that's gonna be a slide that way. So it would be a translation, okay? The slide is translation, so it's gonna be translation from J to J. Okay, and the next one's gonna be from I to where?
She walks like this.
Yep, G to G prime, H to H prime, okay?
Yeah,
What's up, yo?
Little difference.
Now, is that rigid?
She fell off this.
What is the definition of rigid?
Two of them it is. So you get kind of
She came in and I was sick.
it's like I was like, then she falls into something like
Okay, so now, is that the same shape or size? So it's not the same
you
size?
look at you like
So that was not rigid.
Honestly.
So we're not using
all the
that.
time she kind of is
And
when
read.
maybe she also but she doesn't want to look
It was just, I don't like that.
Kimberly, what is this? Yes. What? Oh, did she go here? How long ago?
Nobody cares about that. Nobody.
It's not nice.
I remember just the name usually doesn't go with the face. And so if I see the face, I'm like, oh yeah. You know, a couple years from now, he's gonna be like, hey yo, remember me? Come on, you gotta remember me. And then I'll see the face.
It's rigid too.
I know, I'll see the face and be like, hey, I remember that guy. Okay. But the name, you know what, I have, like, 22 is the year that, you know, I get to know. And so name is so okay. So I'll recognize the face. Except for Python. I'll remember. You need to stop touching all the time, seriously. How are we doing?
Card 1 is flip.
Alright, we did that one, we did card 3, alright? The next one, that's gonna be a rigid.
Rotation, flip, whatever.
One, grab card 1. Okay, grab card 1. Now, okay, so how do we get from here to here? There we go, so you're gonna say it's rotation from where to where? You just put in the break, so it's no rotation.
Nobody wants to hear your depressing story.
I don't know how
one's a rotation.
Okay. Right? That's what you're writing down, right?
my mom thinks we did it.
I did it. I did it. I did it. Hooray.
You know, it's a lie. My mom's marriage vows.
Just done?
My dad said he was in a
Okay.
meeting that I
How we doing? Which one are we on?
Oh, we're doing
So what do you think that is? Rotation, say it. So card 1 is, okay. Okay, good. And you say from where to where, right? So A goes to,
Sad.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And hilarious.
This is so sad. Alexa played us
Please keep going, come on.
Yeah.
You have to be precise, letter to letter.
Okay, so
To where? Hmm?
this would be a rotation from C to C prime,
Yeah.
and then A to A prime, B to B prime.
Yep.
A went from
Okay, what do you think?
What time? Oh my god.
So which is it? Is it reflection or rotation? What's your buddy's name? What's your partner's name? What do you think? Card 5, what do you think?
Oh, sorry. Mr.
So how would you get T on the
Teacher?
and R onto R prime?
That's gray area right there. Mr. What is card like 6?
Okay. All right, you guys, let's take a look real quick because
We gotta go soon.
yeah. All right, so you guys, what do you think this is going to end up becoming?
A rotation from V to V prime.
Yep. So this one's going to be a rotation. Let me show you guys.
See how smart I am and how smart you're.
There's my X. Okay, I traced the wrong one. Ah, dang it. All right. Trace the wrong one. Okay, there we go.
I'm scared, like the first time I heard the plus.
Y,
Yeah, no.
Z. All right, you guys take a look here, please. I'm going to show you how. And I'm going to prove it with the patty paper. So watch. So this one right here we said is going to be a rotation. So if I rotate this paper around this way, I turn it, I turn it, I turn it, I turn it, there we go. So they all line up where they're supposed to be at, right? Onto the prime. So that one's a rotation. And make sure you're labeling it point to point, W to W prime. What is card 1? Rotation again, right? So it's A to A prime, B to B prime, C to C prime. Card 5.
Is a rotation flip?
Nope.
Is a flip? Is a confusion? Oh, it's a rotation from our
Nope.
junction.
Class.
Confused.
Class, class.
Yes, yes.
Now, listen. I want you guys to take a look at this, and I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to show you just by lining up 2 of these points, right? So to go from R, listen, to go from R onto R prime and T onto T prime, watch this, because to go from here to here, it's not going to be a rotation, it is going to be reflection. I'm going to show you guys, so I'm going to line up my letters. There's that, and then, so we line it up right there. So now that I have it lined up, my paper's slightly off, there it is. Okay, so it's lined up right there. So I was able to do a reflection by folding it across the diagonal right here, right? Okay, so it's going to be across that diagonal. So it is a reflection. Card 3, what do we get? Oh, we already did that one, right? Translation? All right, we're going to finish this up tomorrow, so please be ready. Okay? Keep your cards. Keep your cards. Put it in the pocket. Okay, don't forget, like and subscribe.
Don't. Comment. Comment.
Smash that notification button.